Can you hear me? Good morning, Discovery, and welcome to WDMS. Today is Tuesday, September 26th. I'm Gabby.
And I'm Lexi.
Please join us for a moment of silence followed by the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Today's lunch is chicken noodle soup with crackers, Italian turkey panini, pizza ranchero, green beans, and broccoli salad.
The birthdays over the weekend were Charlotte Burbedge, Emma Simansky, Misha Hahn, Morgan Collins, Bailey Morell, Ethan Needbalski, Anna Small, Jidden Beek, and Julia Brennanman.
The birthdays for Monday were Bryn Ballenbaker, Lyndon Ramsbottom, Grace Bessie, and Grace Morrell.
The birthdays for today are Caden Keller, Tiara Braun, Jackson Herman, and Matthew Zhang.
Do you like to draw? Are you creative? Are you a creative artist? The yearbook is having a contest for a student artist to create this year's yearbook cover. The theme is #MakeYourMark. Flyers are posted around the building and directions for entering the contest are available in the guidance office. Interested students should submit their designs by October 6th to be entered into the contest. The whole school will then vote on the winner from a list of the top 10 designs.
And having a student contest design the cover of the yearbook. What we are looking for in the yearbook cover. Colorful, we don't want too much white space. Neatness, the name of the book must be included and the artwork design must correspond to the theme. The name of Discovery Middle School. Please see the flyer for the rest of the rules.
7th grade volleyball is excited to tell you that the 7th grade team beat Concord 25-18 and 25-16 in the rematch from Thursday night. Overall, for the tourney, they went 2-3 on the day with improving effort every game. 8th grade volleyball went 3-2 on the day and had 3 unbelievable matches going to the third game, winning 2 of them 15-13 and 15-14. So proud of our team and their teamwork and fight to win. Home match tonight versus Pierre Moran's start time is at 5 o'clock.
Today after school, 6th grade art club will meet from 4 to 5:30 in room 112.
Current 6th and 7th graders, if you are interested in traveling to China, there is an informational meeting this Friday, September 22nd at 7:30 a.m. in the Discovery Middle School LGI.
There will be a spell bowl practice this Thursday after school in Mr. Gibbons' room until 4:30.
Reminder to all members of NJHS that there is a meeting in the LGI this Thursday at 8:15. You'll be voting for officers and discussing your plans for the year.
There will be an informational meeting for the math competition, Math Counts, in room 101 on Friday, September 29th after school from 4 to 5:30. All students interested in joining or want more information should come to this meeting. If you have any questions, see Miss Manspeaker in room 101 and Mrs. Crawford in room 102.
Attention basketball players. Any 8th grade boy who wishes to try out for this year's basketball team must sign up outside of room 209. There will be an information sheet to take home regarding the dates and times of tryouts. All 7th grade boys who want to try out for this year's team must sign up online. Check your health announcements in Canvas.
Morning workouts will begin on Tuesday, October 3rd. Please be at school by 7:30. Make sure you bring a completed permission slip/code of contact to the first meeting. Forms can be obtained in the main office. Contact Mr. Donati if you have any questions.
Basketball intramurals are in session. Everyone is invited to participate. Boys and girls, 6th, 7th, and 8th graders. Everyone is invited to basketball intramurals. We will meet from 7:20 to 8:50 each day. If you have any questions, please see Mr. Brundage in room 202.
The Spell Bowl team will be meeting for practice this Thursday at 8:15 a.m. in Mr. Gibbons' room 203.
Do you enjoy board games, card games, and other tabletop games? Then come check out the Tabletop Game Club. The Tabletop Game Club will meet every Tuesday and Thursday at 7:50 in Mr. Howard's room. Bring a game if you want, or try out those that Mr. Howard has. Everyone is welcome.
This morning was the first computer club meeting. All students are welcome. Information flyers are located in the library or Mrs. Soud's lab if you'd like to join them next time.
Please direct your attention to Mrs. Weaver as she explains One Book, One School.
Well, hello everybody. A lot of announcements today, and if your attention is starting to wander, you need to rein it back in so that you can get some pretty exciting news. First of all, if you are a sixth grader or new to Discovery, One Book, One School 2 years ago became 3 Books, One School, and we now give you a choice. So when we started this about 8 years ago, there was one book and it was a big surprise and nobody knew what the book was until the day we launched it. Last spring, we actually had a list of about 40 books that we pared down to 18, and then students voted. Last year, 6th and 7th graders, this year 7th and 8th graders voted and narrowed that list down to our final 3 books. Now, before I tell you what the 3 books are, because you're going to be picking yours in language arts this week, one thing I do want to tell you is last year's 3 Book, One School, if you read the Throne of Glass series, the Throne of Glass series had 5 books last year. The 6th book in the series came out in September, and I just finished it this weekend, and it is awesome, just like the rest of the books in the series, except for the main characters in the book were different this time. And if you read the first 5, then you'll know what I'm talking about when I say Kaol and Nezrin go to the southern continent to try and figure out how they can get help from the southern continent in their war with Morath. And they learn all kinds of things about the Vogue and about Selena's aunt, which I won't tell you who that is if you haven't read them yet, that nobody knew before. So if you haven't read it, it's a good book. The last book in the series to wrap everything up comes out next September. So right now they're up to 6 books. That 7th book is coming. So if you read that last year or if you didn't, awesome series. I highly recommend it. Okay, so this year you have 3 books to choose from. Your language arts teachers will be talking about them a little bit more. Some of your other teachers may talk about them. And then at some point this week, you're going to fill out a survey and you're going to pick which one you want to read this year. And then when we start later this fall in November, you'll get the book that you pick. Once you pick, you can't change it. So you will get the book that you pick. And we'll be on to talk more about all the different events and everything that we do. But the whole school during read time for about 3 weeks reads one of those 3 books. And we have all kinds of different games and contests, a big battle of the books, a scavenger hunt at the end, all kinds of stuff. So the first book, your first option, the story or the book is called Shift by Jennifer Bradbury. And the description of the book, the official description of the book, some friends fade away, others disappear. Imagine you and your best friend head out west on a cross-country bike trek. Imagine that you get into a fight. The cheap guy won't kick in any cash, and you stop riding together. Imagine you reach Seattle, go home alone, and start college. Imagine you think your former best friend does too. Imagine he didn't, and that he was carrying more than $20,000 in cash the whole trip, and now the FBI is looking for him. Imagine your world shifting. So that is your first option, okay? That is the book Shift. Your second option is the book Death Cloud. It is a Sherlock Holmes Legend Begins book. It's the first in the series by Andrew Lane. It's the summer of 1868, and Sherlock Holmes is 14. On break from boarding school, he's staying with an eccentric stranger, his uncle and his aunt, in their vast house in Hampshire. When 2 local people die from symptoms that resemble the plague, Holmes begins to investigate what really killed them, helped by his new tutor, an American named Amicus Crow. So begins Sherlock's true education in detection as he discovers the dastardly crimes of a brilliantly sinister villain of exquisitely malign intent. Okay, so Death Cloud's second choice. Third choice is Rot and Ruin by Jonathan Mayberry, also a series. This is the first one in that series. In the zombie-infested post-apocalyptic America where Benny Imura lives, every teenager must find a job by the time they turn 15 or get the rations cut in half. Benny doesn't want to apprentice as a zombie hunter with his boring older brother Tom, but he has no choice. He expects a tedious job whacking zombies for cash, but what he gets is a vocation that will teach him what it means to be human. Okay, so there's a little bit more information about the 3 books that you'll be getting from your language arts teachers, a little bit more of a summary that you can get. You can check them out online, see which one really interests you, and pick one. Keep in mind, if more than one sounds interesting, get the one that sounds most interesting to you, and then if you have friends that get different books, when you're done, you can actually trade them. You don't have to just read one, but you only actually get one, whichever one you pick when you sign up. Stay tuned. Language arts teachers will be sharing information later this week, and they will have you log on to a survey. And that's it from One Book, One School for now.
Bye, Discovery. Have a great day.